cook. She got the recipe. She got what you need. That girl can cook. That black girl magic. I gotta have it.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're gonna be making some cheesy chicken fajita pasta. That's a mouthful, and it's also gonna be good. So go ahead and grab your ingredients and let's get started. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with boiling our pasta first. I know we all know how to boil pasta, but I'm gonna show y'all how I'm doing this part right here. So go ahead and get you a heavy bottom pot over medium or high heat, actually not medium heat. And I'm adding in 1 container of chicken broth, 2 cups of water, and I'm just gonna boil a little bit over half of this box. Now, I actually boiled the whole box, and I wanted to show y'all how the whole box is way too much unless you are doubling this recipe, okay? So you only need about half or a little bit over half, and make sure you throw in a pinch of salt and just a little bit of olive oil so they don't stick together. And you're gonna boil them for about 10 minutes or until they are fork tender, just like that. Once you're done, go ahead and strain it, remove it from the heat, and set it aside. If you want to blanch them to stop the cooking process, you can. Okay, so moving right along, I'm gonna go ahead and make up a quick seasoning blend here. If you don't want to make this up yourself, you can go in the store and buy a fajita chicken packet. Okay, you can already buy this mix, but I'm making it at home because I got all the spices. So we're going in with a tablespoon of chili powder, a teaspoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 1 tablespoon of onion powder, and I'm also going to hit it with some cumin, just a teaspoon. You don't need too much of that. You can actually do a half teaspoon if it's too strong for you. I'm doing a half teaspoon of black pepper, and I'm going to add in some Lowry seasoned salt. If you don't want to use seasoned salt, you can use any type of salt-based seasoning like the adobo seasoning or just plain salt, okay? So go ahead and add a tablespoon of that in. You can add more if you choose to, and mix that up. And that's our seasoning blend for this recipe, okay? I have 2 chicken breasts here that have been thinly sliced, which means that now I have 4. So you can buy them thinly sliced, or you can buy the regular 1 pound of chicken breasts and cut them. That's up to you. But go ahead and make sure they're clean. Put them in a large mixing bowl, and I'm adding in half of a sliced onion. And I'm also adding in 3 types of bell peppers. I'm using red, green, and yellow. You can do as much or as little as you choose to. And you want to go ahead and get some olive oil in there, you know, because we want our seasonings to stick, honey. And I'm adding in the seasoning blend. Now, I'm only using half, y'all. I'm not using the whole thing. You should have enough for half for the chicken and half for the pasta. So add in the seasoning blend. You want to make sure you season the veggies as well. Ain't no point in seasoning them twice. Just go ahead and throw it in there. And I'm adding some flavor insurance, which is just a little pinch of salt, just to make sure that, you know, this stuff is flavorful, okay? The seasoning blend is perfect, but you can never have too much flavor. Come on now. Go ahead and add that in there. Massage the chicken and the veggies. Make sure it's all combined. And now we're going to move over to our skillet. We are over medium heat. And I've been trying to watch how much oil and stuff I cook with. So this olive oil spray in the can has been a lifesaver for me. If you don't want to use a spray, you can use regular olive oil, or you can use butter. But I put in a little bit of that oil, and we're going to sear the chicken for about 2 to 4 minutes on both sides. Now listen, if you're using anything larger than a thinly sliced chicken breast, it is going to take longer to cook. You want to make sure that these cook all the way through. There will be no second cooking process. It has to cook through. So that's why I cut mine thinly. If you are afraid that you may not cook it fast enough, then cut it up into chunks, okay? But once you get that, set it aside, and now we're going to move on to the rest of the pasta. So you're going to need about a tablespoon of butter. You may want to go ahead and reduce your heat if you're using cast iron, because you know it holds heat, child, and it will burn something up. And we're going in with our seasoned veggies. Go ahead and add those in. Give them a quick stir. You know, give it a little bit of char. You know, they're already seasoned. They already have some flavor. And I'm going to add in a can of drained Rotel. I do not want the liquid. I just want the Rotel. And that's optional. If you don't like tomatoes, you don't have to add that in there. And then I'm going to go in with some tomato paste. Now, I would recommend a tomato paste. Even when you don't like tomatoes, it's not going to taste tomatoey, okay? I promise. But add in the tomato paste. Give that a quick mix. And we're going to go ahead and deglaze this skillet with about a 1/3 cup of chicken broth. Now, I'm using cast iron, so you know the bottom of that skillet is looking like, oh my God, okay? But you know, we want to get all that flavor up. So you have to go ahead and deglaze it. As you can see, I threw in a pinch of salt, and I'm just going to reduce this until that liquid cooks down for the most part. So there, you can see it has cooked down, it's reduced. There's not much liquid left over, and we're going to add in a full pint of heavy whipping cream. You guys ask me this all the time. Is heavy cream, heavy whipping cream, same thing? It is the same thing, y'all, I promise, okay? So if it's a heavy cream or heavy whipping cream, grab it. You just need a pint. Go ahead and add that in there, and you want to reduce your heat to low because we do not want to boil this. It will turn grainy. We don't want to do that. And that's that same seasoning blend from earlier. I'm just throwing that in there, mixing it up, okay? You can add as much or as little as you want of your seasoning to your taste. If you have any left over, save it for next time, all right? It goes great on tacos, I'm telling you. And I'm adding in about a cup of cheese. It might be a little bit over a cup because honestly, I stuck my hand in the bag and grabbed what was left, okay? But go ahead and add your cheese in. You just want to add just enough to thicken it, okay? This does not have any flour or any type of thickening agent in it. So we're going to add the cheese to slightly thicken it. And also to make it cheesy because it's a cheesy chicken fajita pasta. And go ahead and cut up your chicken too while that sauce is cooking down. And here is a full bowl of a full box of pasta. Y'all, that's too much pasta for what I'm trying to make here, okay? I wanted to show y'all how much pasta you can get up out of that one box. So I'm still only using over half of the box, okay? I'm not using the whole thing. So I added in the pasta. I'm adding in the chicken. Girl, look at that. You cannot tell me that does not look delicious. I'm telling you, so quick, so easy. Less than 30 minutes, you got dinner on the table. And look, we're gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of cheese to the top. I reserved some of the sauce, so I'm just pouring that on for a little bit of action. Look at that. Ooh, honey. Good Lord. Anyway, look, let's go ahead and plate this up. And there you have it, guys, our delicious cheesy chicken fajita pasta. Y'all, my 3-year-old son devoured this. He was so excited to try it. He said it smelled so good, and I was so surprised that he tasted it because it wasn't spicy, and he enjoyed that. So y'all, that made me get 100,000 mummy points, okay? So look, anyway, I want to thank y'all for watching. As always, thank you for tuning in to my channel. And if you try this recipe out, let me know down in the comments, and I will see y'all next time in the next video.